as we're solving equations today, again, as I said, you're going to be solving for a set variable. There's really not a whole lot of notes to do for that. But there are examples that I want you to refer back to, because every single problem is going to be a little bit different. So it's really hard to say, other than you're solving equation steps, what do you do? Which we're going to do the same thing. Today, even though it's all letters, you're going to distribute first. Today, even though it's all letters, you're going to clear the fraction. Okay? Collect like terms. Things like that, we're still going to do in the exact same order. All right? So, starting with example number 1. In example number 1, let's say I have S equals 1/4 xy squared. And I want to solve for, solve, that doesn't make sense. Solve for x. Alright, so the whole idea is that we're trying to get this variable by itself. Alright? Now, first thing I'm going to ask you, are there parentheses? No, so we don't have to distribute. Is there a fraction? Clear the fraction then, which means we multiply both sides by what number? Good. Alright, so we have 4s equals xy squared. Ooh, no. So we're trying to get x by itself, right? So what is this y squared doing to x? Multiplying it. So how am I going to get rid of it? Yeah, we're going to divide by y squared on both sides. Well, is x by itself? So x equals 4s over y squared. Okay? Again, this is really testing whether or not you understand how to solve equations, right? Because now that we've gotten rid of all the numbers, you have to do it in the right steps in order to be able to solve it. Okay? So here's example number 2. Let's go with let's say we have 2/3 times x plus 1 equals w. And we want to solve for x. Okay? So, what does this tell us to do first? Distribute. That's what we do first. 2/3 times x is 2/3 x. 2/3 times 1. 2/3 equals w. Now what? Good. Clear the fraction. So we're going to multiply everything by 3. So we have 2x plus 2 equals 3w. Alright? Good. We're going to subtract 2 from both sides. On this side, I'm left with 2x. On this side, can I combine 3w and negative 2? Alright, so we're going to write them separate. Whoops, that's supposed to be a 3w. Sorry. 3w minus 2. Now, I still don't have x by itself. What do I have to do? Good. Divide both sides by 2. Yes, 3w minus 2 divided by 2. Okay? Alright, so we're all on the same page. We know where we're going with this? Yes. You could do it that way. Yeah, that does work. Yes. You can simplify that. So, I mean, it's just saying that I'm dividing this one and that one. Same thing. Okay? Either way. Alright, let's go with example 3. You guys ready to get a little bit tougher? Sure we can. I knew you'd be excited to try it. All right. Let's say we have A equals 1 half H times B1 plus B2. Okay. Does that equation look familiar to anybody? Yeah, very good. Area of a trapezoid. Why? So now, out of all this fun stuff, we're going to solve for B1. So the whole idea when we do this is that we want this one by itself. Okay? 1/2 H. There we go. So we have A equals, 1/2 H times B is 1/2 HB. We're still okay, right? This times this. Now we're going to do 1/2 H times B2, which is 1/2. Yeah, 1/2 H B2. There we go. Very good. We want to multiply by 2. I agree. You're clearing the fraction, right? So we have 2A equals HB 1 plus HB2. Okay. Ooh, not yet. So the term that has the variable, you want it by itself, right? Yeah, so let's subtract the HB2. All right, so can I combine 2A with the HB2? All right, so I have 2A minus HB2 equals HB1. So now what's the H doing to B1? So what do? Divide by H to both sides. And we get B1 equals 2A minus HB2 all over H. Is that the only way to write it? No, there's a couple different ways. Yep, and you're just done, right? Okay, example 4, right? How about, now we're going to start to get a little tougher. You guys ready to go tougher? That was pretty good, so we should stick with something in there. All right. Well, let's say I have capital R times R1 plus R2 equals um T. Let's go say T. Is that what you want to get by itself? let's just get R. Solve for R. Oh, that's what I want to talk about. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, very good. So, right now, if I'm trying to get capital R by itself, capital R is multiplying that parenthesis, right? So, no. So, this parenthesis, all right, guys, come on. This parenthesis is multiplying R. So, to get rid of it, we're going to divide by that parenthesis. And whatever I do to this side, I got to do to this side. So, we're left with capital R equals, because these canceled, right? T over R1 plus R2. That wasn't so bad? Good. Well, and that's why I'm talking about it, because we're going to add to it. Ready? I know you do. You guys quit complaining. My goodness. Sample 5. I ain't going to give in, so. All right. Let's go with C times x plus 3 minus W equals B times x minus 4. And I want to solve for x. All right, so we're going to talk about our steps. Automatically, we distribute. Thank you. We need to get those parentheses gone, right? So C times x is CX. C times 3. Fix that. 3C, very good. We have minus W equals, over here, we have B times x minus 4B. Excellent. All right. Is there any like terms to combine? No. But, okay, listen. So there's nothing to combine. So what we're going to do now is move the variable term to the left, right? The variable term is this one right here. I have to move that to the side. How do I move positive bx to the left? Good. Minus bx. Minus bx. Now, can I combine cx and negative bx together? So I have cx minus bx plus 3c minus w equals negative 4b. We're still good? Okay, now this is where I said yesterday, move all of your other stuff, your constants, your numbers, all of that stuff you don't want, to the other side. So, this has an x in it, that stays. This has an x in it, that stays. Minus 3c plus w has to go to this side. Alright, on this side we have cx minus bx equals, can I combine anything over here? No. So I have negative 4b minus 3c plus w. Alright, now, here is the only tricky part of today. And once you get this down, it's easy for the rest of high school, because we use this step a lot from here on out. Okay? How do I get an x that's in two terms all by itself? Pull the x out of it. We're going to undistribute it, right? We're going to take that x out of both of these and undistribute it, which means we're left with c minus b in the parentheses, right? Yep. So, once we undistribute, we only have that x. And now we can divide both sides by that parenthesis of c minus b, like we just did in the previous problem. So we have x equals negative 4b minus 3c plus w divided by c minus b. Honestly, that's the toughest part right there. So here's the things, okay guys, here's the things that you've got to remember. One, you want to stay organized, right? Got to go step by step. If you're all over the place and trying to skip steps and trying to do it in your head, you might get lost, okay? 2, remember that you're trying to get that variable by itself. So if it's in two separate terms, you're going to have to do some undistributing at some point, right? Okay? And 3, I want you guys to remember that this is new. I know you did it a long time ago, but this is one of those things that we did it in Algebra 1. Okay? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it gets tougher, and it's more manipulating, and it's fine. So, here's what I want to do. You guys still have like 15 minutes. I know for a fact there are going to be questions. It's every year. We have the same thing. We always have questions over this material because it takes practice to do. Okay? So, what do you think I want you to do? Start practicing.